Welcome to the Tripod Sports Podcast. My name is Castle, and with me are Catman and Chappers. Guys, we've hit that point of the summer where there's not a lot to talk about, but we have a lot to talk about because it's World Cup action. The U.S. Open was this weekend, and we're going to touch on the NBA draft, and I think we're going to do it in that order.
That sounds good.
Yeah. World Cup action, though. What are you guys thinking?
I'm loving, like, the closer games and, like, some of the, like, I'm just loving how close the games are and, you know, upsets and really some big potential for some, you know, like, really, really highly touted teams to maybe not move on to the knockout stage.
Yeah, I mean, it started on Friday with Portugal and Spain drawing. What they do? They drew that match.
They drew 3-3.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, like, I think people put Spain on a pedestal still. Like, they're just, I know they're very good, but I think Portugal is, like, Portugal has the explosiveness to, like, break them down. So I didn't put as much, like, I wasn't very surprised.
Right. How about Argentina and Iceland drawing, though?
Yeah, they shit the bed. Yeah. I mean, that's not good for them. I think Messi's kind of a head case in the World Cup. I think Messi's kind of a head case in general, to be honest.
Yeah, how can you be that talented and just not be able to score?
I mean,
when it comes to or not be able to score, but, you know, just not rise to the occasion.
Well, I don't know. I think it's different than I don't think anyone can possibly imagine the pressure that he's probably feeling, because soccer is, like, even to one of us, whatever our favorite sport may be, like, I honestly believe, as much as we love that individual sport, like, people in Europe and South America probably love soccer more than that.
Yeah. And,
like, I think the pressure on him is, like, immense. Probably unimaginable. And so I can't imagine trying to cope with that and actually do my job at the same time.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Iceland's, like, super structured, like, very defensive. They just stayed at home and dared Argentina to beat them, and then Argentina blew the penalty kick.
Yeah. They were definitely getting in the lanes there. Iceland was.
Yeah. So
what else? I'm trying to think of the other big upsets. Costa Rica lost to Serbia. I don't know how I missed that one.
Yeah, like, that group is really odd. Like, that's one of those groups where there's some pretty talented teams. Like, I think Poland's in that group, and forget who else. But like,
Mexico,
yeah, Serbia,
Germany.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Well, yeah, that was awesome. I was
Costa Rica and Serbia, Group E. That's
right.
Yeah,
but
sorry, my bad.
I'm trying to think. Did Mexico beat Germany, or did they just?
No, they beat them.
It was 1-0. Okay, I forgot. Yeah, that was pretty neat. I was all about that. Yeah, but, like, Serbia's fucking weird because, like, Brazil and Switzerland drew, and so, like, now, like, Brazil and Switzerland are literally, like, Serbia is sitting at the top of that group. So, I mean, if they draw, they're probably happy, which means one of Brazil and Switzerland is going to be odd man out, most likely.
That would be nuts.
Right. And, I mean, like, that's a pretty big deal. Like, Switzerland is, I don't think people realize, like, I think they're in the top 10 of the world rankings. Like, Switzerland's a really good team.
Chappers, we haven't heard from you in a while. You not watching the Cup?
No.
How come?
Because America's not in it.
Oh, my God. So you're just not going to watch it at all? So you didn't get to see the miracle that was Colombia losing to Japan?
Oh,
no.
Yeah, that was sweet.
That was real sweet.
I haven't watched any of it.
Damn.
Also, just, like, soccer is not that interesting to watch to me. It's just very slow.
Well, tell us about that. I mean, is it like watching baseball?
Not quite. But, like, you have to actually care for it to like be exciting. You know, you can't just like mildly
You're not just
have
gonna
an
turn
interest
it on.
in it.
Right.
You have to like actually care about a team. Otherwise, it's just kind of guys jogging around on a field.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I get it as someone who really, really likes soccer. I get why people don't like it.
Like, I get it. Like, it's exciting to watch when you have a rooting interest, but when you don't, it's just not exciting. And I don't have a rooting interest. I mean, America's not in it.
I have tons of rooting interests because I root for and against certain players, as usual. Hatred generally drives my...
Who are you rooting against?
Spain. I fucking hate Spain.
Okay.
Don't like them. I find myself really on the fence about Portugal. Like, I like to watch them play, but I don't really care for Cristiano Ronaldo, even though, like, he's one of those people that it's like, I don't like you, but I appreciate how good at this you are. So I'm on the fence about that. But, like, I'm, like, all about, like, I love Mexico beating Germany. I wanted Egypt to do better than they did. I was bummed out that they're, like, already knocked out, so that sucks. Because Mo Salah's on their team, and I love Mohamed Salah a lot as a Liverpool man. So, yeah, I like the upsets. If America's not in it, then Team Chaos all the way.
I mean, that's kind of where I've found myself looking at, that's the way I'm kind of looking at this right now, right? That's what I'm trying to get across. Is I like watching Mexico win against Germany. That I didn't see that coming.
No.
And all of a sudden, Team Chaos shows up, and they're like, "Fuck it, we're gonna do it."
Yeah, I like it.
Senegal and Poland earlier today.
I didn't watch any of that.
Oh, that was yesterday. My bad. Yeah, that was an interesting match.
There has to be like at least one big name involved for me to like watch. That's the only thing. Like, I'm not gonna watch Iran, Saudi Arabia. I'm just not.
God, how did all these teams get in and we didn't?
Like, because we suck at soccer, Connor. We are awful.
I understand that, but like, good God, like.
Well, but like, you also have to look at the strength of the teams you're qualifying against. Like, we're qualifying against teams in the Caribbean and Central America who are a hell of a lot better than some of the teams that the Middle Eastern teams have to qualify against. Like, it's all regional.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't understand that.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so we're playing against 41 other member associations. 27 from the Caribbean, 7 from Central America, 3 from North America, and 3 from South America.
Right.
So, I mean, it gets weird.
Whereas, like, Egypt, I don't even know what the Middle East, but like it's, you know, like Egypt, Iran. I actually think like Afghanistan has a soccer team, like Pakistan, India. India might be, I don't fucking know. I'm just spewing countries in that general area, but I would imagine some of them are pretty fucking awful at soccer.
I'm trying to figure out. Now I want to know who or what the Middle East.
Like, what's the worst team in the World Cup?
I would have said Japan or South Korea. No, that's not right. Come on.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know shit about Senegal. I don't know shit about Serbia. I don't know shit about.
Yeah, neither of those places sound like they're...
Saudi Arabia.
Like Saudi Arabia and Iran.
Yeah.
Iran's gotten better. Their soccer program's improved. But, like, Saudi Arabia, I can't imagine it's very good.
I mean, they lost 5-0 on opening day against Russia.
Yeah, but they only lost 1-0 to Uruguay today. The world. I mean, that's part of soccer, though. Like, a 1-0 victory doesn't necessarily indicate how close the game actually was.
Did they just miss?
Probably a lot. How hard were they playing?
All right.
So, yeah. I don't know. I can't think of anything else to talk about with the World Cup.
Okay. What were we moving on to next?
U.S. Open.
U.S. Open, yeah. Hey, Dustin Johnson just choking again on the day 3.
I think everybody who was going late got fucked on that day, though. I don't think it was really him.
Weather was the storyline.
It was, though. It was. To
be fair, his putting was terrible. But
yeah, he had like 38 putts both Saturday and Sunday.
But it wasn't like he choked. His putting was pretty consistently terrible.
Okay.
But, you know?
I mean, he still had a 4-stroke lead.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not saying... Listen, I'm not saying he choked or that, like... I think Brooks Koepka won that golf tournament, but I'm just saying, like, you can't have 38 putts back-to-back days and not at least get a little shit.
I don't think he played great, and I think he does deserve a little shit, but I don't think it would be fair to say he choked. Okay. This is not a Chambers Bay situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not a full-on choke. It just, I don't know, man.
That course ate those guys alive. I think the story is not any one player. It was the course.
Is it the course or is it the weather?
Both.
Okay. I mean, I guess you can't have one without the other, right?
Yeah, it was both.
Yeah, it's all one thing. Like, the course plays to the weather. Some courses, the weather won't affect as much. And then some courses, it's like, all right, give me a little wind and you're fucked.
Right.
Yeah.
Tiger looked like dog shit.
Yeah, he had his moments where he, like, would string together pars, which really is all you needed to do to, like, be in the mix. But then when he was bad, he was bad. I mean...
He was real bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he just had 3 or 4 blow-up holes.
Yeah, which will fuck you in a tournament like that. Like, both Thursday and Friday. But, yeah, I mean...
He started off pretty poorly, though. Like, I mean, you kind of felt for him where...
number 1.
Where he hit just a perfect drive. Then he has an approach shot that he strikes really well. And he just had too much club. He and his caddy misjudged the wind and took one too many club, and it caused the ball to roll off the back into, like, the worst possible spot.
Right.
So, like, he basically got a triple bogey with like his 2 full swing shots were good, solid shots. I mean, it was just a miscalculation on the second one, and it caused a triple bogey. And I mean, from there, I think he put a little too much pressure on himself.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it was tough.
Did you guys hear about the Phil Mickelson drama that happened?
Yeah, fuck that. Got a goddamn life.
Chappers, do you have an opinion on this?
I mean, it's kind of funny.
So he hit a moving ball intentionally and to take a 2-stroke penalty because he knew his ball was going to roll off the green.
Yeah.
Gamesmanship? Yes.
Well, like, it's not, though. Like,
no.
This is what I don't understand about... No, it's within the rules. Like, it's not like he was like, oh, I'm trying to get away with something. Like, no, he literally knew what he was going to do. Like, who cares?
Here's the thing. That's what he said, and he apologized, I think, today or yesterday. He's like, that's what he said. He said he was doing it intentionally because he was better off putting the ball back onto the green and taking the 2-stroke penalty. But I think he was just trying to, like, put up a front. Like, I think he just lost his cool, man.
Well, yeah, but, like, at the same time, like, he knew what he was doing was going to cost him strokes. Either way.
Right,
it was
but
not
I don't
as
think
if
that
he was like, oh, let me try and sneak one by everybody.
Yeah, no, that's why it's like, I don't think this is gamesmanship in the sense that he wasn't trying to gain an advantage. I think he just lost his cool and was just like, fuck it. Which, I mean,
I think he owned up to that in his press conference. He was like, I wanted to be done. The quote was something to the effect of, I wanted to end my display. To me, that's a very politically correct way of saying, I looked like shit and I wanted to get off the green.
Well, I think his actual thought. I don't think there was an actual thought process there. I think it was, fuck, let me and just hit the ball.
But it's the lack of professionalism that's the problem, though, right? Like,
Not
yeah,
really.
we can all do it
No. This is
so.
what I'm saying. I think it's fucking who fucking cares? Who cares? And if you care, and you're the one calling the USGA, and I'm not saying you in particular, I'm saying you as a group of people, honestly, fuck off and go play golf or go do something else, because, you're an idiot. Who cares? This is the same group of people that are like, that ball oscillated. It oscillated. Tiger needs to take a stroke on 15. It's who gives a shit? He was assessed a penalty. He did not get away with anything. He did not do anything wrong. His playing partner did not seem to care. He was clearly out of the hunt at that point. It does not matter.
Yeah, I think it's more. It's like a professional respect thing, though, right? You're at the U.S. Open. Don't do dumb shit like that. And I understand that you're kind of taking this stance of, if you give a shit, then you're the problem. But
I'm absolutely, yeah.
But it's
there were articles that he should withdraw. Get a fucking clue.
That's too much. But I think we need to kind of take
I
a
would.
look at it.
I think he should have withdrawn, not because I think he tainted golf, but I think he should have withdrawn just to put himself out of his misery. I think it was kind of silly to. I don't think it's a big deal. He looked like an idiot, but whatever. It's honestly, it's nice to see. Like I said, I like to see
this is the thing with professionalism, right? In golf, that constantly gets mentioned in course etiquette. Well, guess what? We want professionalism when it's convenient for us, when we may not like the person that's doing it, but when we can't say things like Baba Booey when people tee off, we get pissed off. So, which is it? Is it we want golf to be professional? Is it we want golf to be professionals, or do we want the game to be more fun? Because
to be fair,
I'm
I don't
a huge.
think it's,
what? Go ahead.
I don't think it's the same person who's pissed off about Baba Booey. Yeah. I think you're talking.
But the rules, it's the same line of thought. It's that, I don't see how it could be construed any other way. It's to what? Make the game more professional or to improve golf etiquette. What? And this is the same thing. It's unprofessional that he did this?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
But what I'm saying is, anyone who's saying that this is unprofessional and is getting butthurt about it is also the same person who's in favor of getting rid of Baba Booey.
So here's my thing. I think it's unprofessional. Flat out, I'm not playing devil's advocate. I think it's unprofessional. It should have never happened. That's the shit that you do on the course when I'm on the course with you two, not when I'm playing at the U.S. Open. If you did this at the British Open or the Open Championship, whatever the fuck you want to call it, people would be outraged, even more outraged.
These guys get pissed off when they don't play well, just like us. I throw clubs, for fuck's sake.
I understand, and that's what we as amateurs are expected to do.
God forbid someone be human. I don't get it. I think it's bullshit. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I think there's a time and place to be human, though, right?
No, that's the whole point of being human. You don't decide that you want. You don't decide that you want to do it. It's an impulsive, emotional reaction.
Here's my thing, right? You're playing at the highest level of golf here. This is the highest stage you can be at.
Yeah, with a bunch of drunk, rich New Yorkers all around you, I'm sure they really cared.
Just keep the facade up, though, while you're on the course.
I say fuck that.
Off the course.
I say
I'm gonna take a lot of shit, to be fair.
I say don't give me a facade. I want to see what you're frustrated. I get it. I can't imagine what playing this course is like. I have no idea.
Especially when you're used to playing well. At least we're used to playing like shit.
I just I don't see it. I'm really blinded on this, or biased, because I just don't see any other viewpoint but my own, and I'll wholly admit that. I just think it's ridiculous.
Well, here's the thing. I think that I think that Castle is right in that it was unprofessional, but I do think Catman's right in the sense that it wasn't a big deal. It was unprofessional, but it's not I feel like we've talked about this so much that this is way overblown, but in that sense it is unprofessional because they are held to a higher standard than the mouth breathers that are screaming at them on the golf course.
Right.
You know what else is unprofessional is a Ponzi scheme. But he gets more shit for hitting a moving fucking golf ball than he does for the legal trouble he gets in.
Well, I mean, we can bring up 1,000 examples of that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's just funny to me. I didn't feel like continuing my display. That to me says I was sick of that bullshit. I wanted to get off the fucking course.
Right, but there's a professional way to do that. That's finish out the hole and withdraw for the match if that's what what you really feel.
And that was a very professional way of responding to the question. Right.
But you see what I'm saying? Like there's a method for this.
Yeah, I don't. There might be a method for it, but like he's not gonna fucking withdraw. Like that's just not gonna happen. He's gonna do more damage and seem, in my opinion, more unprofessional by withdrawing like a little bitch, as opposed to just like taking a 2-stroke penalty and moving on.
How many times have we seen Tiger withdraw like a stupid bitch because he's not playing well recently?
You mean like pre-fused back or like one of the 8 injuries he had? Like, yeah, he's done that a few times, but yeah. I think most of the time it's because he's like, yeah, I'm okay. Oh wait, my back seized up on hole 3.
Yeah, I probably would have been an issue. I think it would have been worse if he would have withdrawn. Although I have to say, if I was him, I would strongly consider it, just because, like, I think it's incredible that these guys go into the next day, into Sunday, knowing that they had a chance to win, but now they don't have a chance in hell, and going out there and playing anyway. I think that's admirable.
Now, here's where it gets weird, right? So, like, Mickelson finished what is it? Oh, he finished plus 16. Fuck that.
Yeah, so he had a 1-over day on Sunday. Or actually, he might have been...
He had a 1-under day on Sunday.
So he was... So he was 17 over by the end of the day on Saturday.
Yeah, so he was nowhere near it. I mean, you're 16 strokes off there.
He was 10 over when he started that hole. By the time he walked off, he was 15 over. So, I mean, right, but the score itself is penalty enough, in my opinion, but right, I don't do well with, like, the whole we're going to sit with, up in our
How pissed would you be if we were doing a money match and I pulled that move on you?
Did he make the... I mean, if I assessed you the 2-stroke penalty and I still got the money, I would not give a rat's ass.
Oh, yeah.
But if you assessed me the 2-stroke penalty, like, say I was up, not even up, say, we're in a close match and I did that shit and I ended up winning, how pissed are you going to be?
If you took a 2-stroke penalty...
But if I gave you a 2-stroke penalty and I still lost, then clearly it's my fucking fault, not yours.
Right, but it could have been more. Like, if I would have done what's expected of
he
me.
Didn't make that putt, though. He just hit it back towards the hole. He still had to putt again.
Not to mention hitting a moving ball isn't exactly a recipe.
Go ahead. You want to hit
success.
a moving ball? If you make it, good for you.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 strokes for hitting a moving ball. Go
Marcus,
for it,
Marcus, you're not going to convince me that there's any situation that this would bother me, because I just don't care.
Yeah, I think this is a bad example.
It's not your fault.
I don't understand how you guys don't care about this.
And I don't
2
understand
strokes.
How you do.
2 strokes for hitting a moving ball. I would encourage you to hit it.
Did you see how far those
the
balls were rolling off the
USGA made a mockery of whatever the fuck the US Open was on Saturday. It was a fucking circus.
I disagree. I thought
okay, maybe the USGA. Okay, so the USGA can't take credit for that. But the course and the wind in and of itself made Saturday a circus. I mean, it was a shit show.
aren't we expecting to see these guys face a little adversity?
I mean, when was the last
Especially
time an over par or even score won a major? And I'm not
remember,
saying it's
and
a
that's
bad
why I
thing.
love it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's good, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But like,
So why are you calling it a mockery then?
Because I'm saying, like, literally, Saturday was already a circus. Saturday was already a complete and utter shit show. Like, there was someone hitting a moving golf ball to me was an isolated incident in a giant, like, basically loop of crazy shit going on at the U.S. Open. It was one more thing. It wasn't the end-all be-all of Saturday.
All right.
Like, people were hitting great shots, and
It was at this point that the power went out and our rousing discussion was cut short. We'll be back with you guys again next week, and make sure you drink some Four Loko in the meantime. Catch you later.
they were just going everywhere. I mean, there was no rhyme or reason to what was going on. So, mockery probably wasn't the right word, but circus is the correct word that I was looking for. Saturday was already...
Dumpster fire, if you will.